Hello guys, welcome back to 215 Trades. And 215 Trades is basically a channel where we use the 215 technique to successfully scalp gold. Now, a quick introduction of the 215 technique is that it uses the value of 2 to identify the buy entry and the sell entry price point whenever trading gold. So today is the 29th, 12:05 a.m. and that's on the London time, and we will begin to do our markings today. Hi Ben, hi Natasha. Can you guys let me know if you're able to hear me properly in the chat? Is the music okay as well? Okay, good. Thank you guys for letting me know that you can hear me. Welcome Lanice. Welcome. All right, so we haven't had such a very we haven't had the best week this week per se in regards to gold. We haven't been getting the entries we would so love to get. Right now the price of gold is going down, it seems. It haven't really broken past this area as yet, but I believe if it does so, then we can look for a proper sell-off to continue. So let's just go to the higher time frame, see what's been going on the higher time frames, and then we can just go back to our section to do our markets. So looking at the 4-hour time frame, we can see that it has made a proper sell-off, created some level of a bottom in these areas, and is basically rejecting upwards. Now it seems to have created a ceiling right here. However, it's still continuing to go down, so you can see now it's not creating higher highs. It's the highs are getting lower and lower as well. So I would presume that this move would actually come to break these areas for the sell, which is about price at 2628. We're at 2637, so we're not very far away from these lower section as well. So that's what it's saying on the 4-hour time frame. So we're using the 215 technique. Lanies, let them know to like and share the live. It's all the way we can spread the love of the channel and the knowledge of the technique as well. So I think where the price is right now, it is in a good spot right at the bottom right here. So I'm just going to take this opportunity to put our point of interest right there. We're still on the 15-minute time frame, still on the 15-minute time frame, and we're just gonna do the buy line, which should be, well, the sell line, because I'm already below the point of interest. I will do the namings afterwards. So this would be our sell line. Our point of interest is at 2637400, so this is going to be 2635. $401. Hold on guys, I'm actually So that should be 2635401. So that's 20 pips below your point of interest. Your point of interest would be right here. Now let me just call that the POI, and then this should be your sell lines at 20 pips or $3. Alright, let me just switch this to red so we have a better visual of it. I'm going to move it over here so we can see where it is and where it touches the section over here, so we have a better idea of what the market is doing. Let me just put the price back to 26401. Okay, that's a sell line. We're just going to do the same step again above the point of interest, so 20 pips above the point of interest, and that should be 2639.401 as well. Okay, let's switch this to green, and this is going to be our buy line. Alright, still on the 15-minute time frame, we're just gonna look for some quick rejection areas for retest. This is the closest 15-minute, but that's more than 20 pips away, so I'm not gonna use that bit, but I'm just gonna be mindful of what I do when the price gets to the sell area right here. So let's check for the buy area as well. So there's a I'm going to use this section right here as my 15-minute rejection line. Let me just put it into yellow, and I'm going to put this into broken lines as well. Okay, good. So we have our 215 zone now already perfectly marked out. Let me just put this as a rectangular box right here. So that's the 215 zone. Okay, that's good. Alright, so we need to find out our target areas. So you know how we find our target areas for the 215 zone, as you guys already know, is that we go to the higher time frames and identify the support and resistance on those higher time frames. Also as well, I just believe if we can get a break below these areas, we can very well look for a sell to retest all these little zones, as it has been slowly creeping downwards from this area as well. But I'm also mindful that this area as well could be a massive rejection area as well, because the last time it was in this area, well, it sold off before, but here it actually catapulted. We came back, it tested this area again, tested this same zone again, it went up again, but it keeps coming back down. So the sell pressure seems to be very high, and I believe once we can break past these areas and possibly close below the sell line, we should be able to get a nice sell downwards. There will be some rejection areas though, because we can see we have some supports here to the left, so we may get some rejection from these areas, but if we can get a successful close below these areas, I think we can very well target all these zones down here. So let's see. So let's go to the 30-minute time frame so we can identify the support on the 30-minute time frame and also the resistance on the 30-minute time frame. So this is the first one I can find. Switch that back from yellow, put that back to blue, and we're going to call this our 30-minute, and we're going to use this area right here as well for the 30-minute as well, and we're going all the way up to the 4-hour. So on the 1 hour time frame, this is the 1 hour resistance right here, and then below the 30-minute we have it all the way right. Well, I can put it right at this one because it comes just above that. So you see how much clean candles we have between these space on these on the higher time frames. So that's why I was saying if we can get a close below these areas, We may get a little bit of rejection through the zones, but it should be a very nice sell if we can get it to be confirmed. So that's the 1 hour time frame. We'll go into the 4 hour time frame now, and I'm going to use, well, this is a 4 hour, but it's so close to the 1 hour, so I'm just going to use the one just below that. So that's the extreme bottom of the zone. So that's a 4 hour. Alright guys, remember just to like and share, and if you have any questions, please let me know as well. Alright, good. So that's the 4 hour time frame completed right there. So we have our target areas if we were to get a buy or if we were to get a sell. Alright, so let's go to the 5-minute time frame, because on the 5-minute time frame, that is what we use. We use as our target, our confirmation time frame, or entry time frame, I should say. I'm just switching these back so we can actually see them when we're on the 5-minute time frame. I believe I was doing something today and I had changed them. Okay, so we can see the top ones, so that's fine. Let's bring this back in a little bit more. All right, good. On the 5-minute time frame, rejection pretty much matches in with this if we were going to get a buy. Now if we were to get a sell, now if we look below, there's not really much here for me to say we're going to get a rejection from. So we just if it does confirm a sell, if it does close below this sell line, right, we're just gonna have to take it. I'm conscious of how close it closes with these wicks, so I'll just have to check if it maybe fill out half of these wicks below, because I don't have a 5-minute rejection here. The first 5-minute rejection is all the way down there, which would basically be all the way at our target area, which, let me switch this to lines with marker to see what's going on. So if this is the sell line right here, that's the red line right here. Most of the confusion is just above the sell line, but once we break below that sell line, you know, it's more smooth sailing and not so conflicted. So if we get a candle closure below that sell line, then I'll take that sell. If it gives me a recheck as well, or a retest as well, that would be lovely, but it may have not, though, based on how it actually is moving right now. So that's what I will look for a sell. But let's say it doesn't confirm a sell today and it confirms a buy. For the buy, I will go for a retest of that 15-minute rejection zone to come back in with a candle closure outside of it. Again, the 30-minute resistance is rather close to it, just the same, but that's how the market structure is actually set up. We can see that it's quite close and confusing on this section right here. So the sell, the buy would be, it will still be all right nonetheless, as long as we can get the volume to push past these areas. So that's what I'm looking for the buy, and for the sell, it will just be a candle closure just below that line. Hopefully when it's going down to close below the line, it doesn't go down with like one massive candle, but it takes its time and trickle down before closing below the line, because if it comes down with one massive candle down, then we can possibly get a rejection. So let's see what happens. Is that analysis clear, guys? Do you guys understand what I'm looking for? Welcome, Steve. Okay, so we still have the 5-minute time frame. So just looking to the left, this was one of the last support I created on the 5-minute time frame, which matches to these areas over here. When we were looking at the lines with markers, you could see that this one, just pay attention to this one. Where did it reject? It rejected from, you can see how many of the candles it rejected from over here. So if the sell was, if the market was to break these zones, then it would be a very strong sell if we can get a close below these areas, possibly one retest back to the zone. Then yeah, we could look for it. But I love the entry. But let's see what happens. Let's go back to the candles. Now yesterday was a bit of a holiday. Well, it was a massive holiday for America. So the market was, then again, nice trades were, nice setup were still given by the market, but the volume wasn't as heavy as usual, especially in the closing section of the market from about 12 o'clock there. About the market kind of a bit slowed down yesterday. Well, good news. Starting of next week, I will be, because I think today's Friday. Yeah, starting next week, I will be trading the London session. So I'll be trading from about 6:30 London time to about 8:30 London time. So about an hour and a half before and a half hour into the London session. So we did the Asian session this week. Sadly, I don't have the availability to do 2 sessions in a day. I'd have to reshuffle my schedule quite a lot to fit it in. But next week, I'm committing myself to be using the technique in the London session, so pre-London. So for those who trade in the London session, then yeah, it should be good. I think that the time difference might be a little bit daunting for some persons, all depending on where they are, because I believe some persons are in the Caribbean, which may be 5 hours behind London. So you guys might be up at 12, 1, thereabout. But it's a very nice time to trade as well. It's a very nice time to trade. Which session do you guys prefer trading though? London, Asian, or New York? Yeah, I believe Lanice, you're in Jamaica if I'm not mistaken, right? Oh, 7. Haven't seen you in a while, my friend. How have you been? Asia. I prefer London, Asia and New York. I've never had heard that combination before though. Lanice, Asia and New York. Yeah, well, the Asia session and the New York session would perfectly align with your time zone with it, because I believe the New York session start about 9 o'clock your time as well, and then the Asia session would be now. And I think you still have daylight. Good, just getting early nights. Early nights, as in you. Oh, you just go into your bed early. Oh, okay. Yeah. the Asian session is put in the routine to trade the Asian session is a bit off for me because it's 12 o'clock now. Well, almost 12:30, midnight. You know, these are like sleeping hours. So sometimes in the day when I wake up, I'm like a zombie. So I'm trying to see if I can find a more ideal time to trade and do live as well. So, but yeah, we'll just put the mixture of it, so everyone can benefit as well, because we want to see the how dynamic the technique is as well across all of the sessions, whether it's in the Asian session, the New York, or the London session. So we did the Asian session all week this week. We didn't quite catch any much action this week, which is just some weeks it's like that. But next week we'll try London, and then hopefully the following week. What does the following week look like? Because I believe that week would be Christmas, would it not be? Is next week is the first week of this. Oh no, that week you won't have time to do any streaming that week. Oh yes, it's still Thursday where you are. Well, yeah, because you're in Jamaica. Yeah, so you're still behind. I'm actually in the future, Lenny. So it's Friday already. But yeah, we will try to add some mixture to it in regards to trading different different market sessions, so we can just you can see how well the technique handles, you know, different levels of volume and volatility. But it's just going to be, you know, it's coming on to the festive seasons now, so it's just going to be a little bit slower than normal, because I believe I should be going off on a business trip as well in a few weeks, so that's going to hamper how much I live stream. But if I don't get a chance to live stream, then what I'll do is that I'll make the best effort to send my analysts in the group chat, because I'm always looking at the charts no matter what I'm doing. So, or send my video analyst an explanation as well and set alerts for what I'm looking for. So yeah, so you can see now the price is coming down and it's testing this little area right here, which I believe is a very key zone, because that was the last and final support it created on the 5-minute time frame, if I'm not going extremely back to the left. But if there's a candle closure below this zone, then I think it could be a very good sign. And as I said, I would prefer for it to do this dance in action rather than just going down and just closing with one massive red candle, even though that one massive red candle could really just mean that, hey, it's time to go. So let's see what's happening. Hi, good morning. It's 8:28 a.m. 8:28. Are you in New Zealand? Where are you? Is that Karsh? Which country are you in? Yeah, so you see, it tested the zone and it rejected. You would be somewhere in Asia if that's the time. Yeah, Singapore, right? Because we're now trading in your market session, and if it's 8:28, then you would be somewhere in Asia where the markets are just opening. So that's very nice. Singapore. All right. So well, you're my first Singaporean viewer. Thank you and welcome to the channel. Are you familiar with the 215 technique, Karsh? Oh, you follow? Okay. Well, yeah. Well, thank you for the support. Thank you for actually just being here as well. If you haven't yet followed Azeb, please do so as well, and like the live as well. You know, yeah, it's something similar. It's a bespoke technique which I formulated, so I'm now just only just bringing it in to the world. So and if you have any questions, please feel free. You can also join the Telegram group. And if you have any questions, you can definitely ask me as well. If you're doing any markups and you're doing the 215 technique and you have any questions about it, you just shoot me a message on Telegram and I'll explain. A few persons have done that, which I really do appreciate. A few persons as well have also been doing the technique on other forex model pairs as well. What time you start next Monday? Monday next week. So Monday next week we're going to be trading the London session. So it may very well be between 6 a.m. London time and 6:30 a.m. London time. However, what I will do, more than likely it's going to be 6:30 a.m. However, what I'll do over the weekend when I decide my schedule for the week, I will create the live stream and schedule it. So if you're following the channel and you have the notification, then you will see that the live stream is scheduled and you'll know what time it is. So I'll schedule it from, let's say, about Sunday, so you'll have it for Monday. So we had 418 followers. We wanted to get to 500 by the ending of the week, but we didn't do so. But that doesn't mean that we had failed. We had it's great improvement in my regards, because I remember when I just started the channel and it was only like 2 followers on there and stuff, and those 2 followers was myself. So slow motion is always better than no motion, they always say. Yeah, and that's just the way it is. You just have to be patient, take the time, show up each day no matter what, and then you'll eventually get there. And a lot of persons, you know, they give up on trading before they actually do take the time to master it, in a sense. So you've been trading for a while, you know, things are not going your way, whether you're losing and all of that, and you decide just to throw in a towel. But it's not something that you can learn, or well, you can learn it overnight, but it's not something you can master overnight. You just have to do it constantly, repeatedly, over and over again. Each day you show up, you look at the charts, whether it's for 1-2 hours. If you see your setup, you take the setup. If you don't, then you don't. But never give up, and that's the key rule. Never give up. Because if you do give up, then you'll you'll never master it, but it can be done. And as you've seen, there are many traders around there in the world that are very successful at it, and they didn't get successful overnight, and most of them have been doing it for years on top of years. So if they can do it, then you can do it too. So just believe in yourself. All right, if you lose 2 back-to-back trades, doesn't mean that you're not going to win the next 7 trades you take from that. That's just how the game go. Yeah, you just got to keep going, no matter what. I don't know. You go. Some persons, you know, you go to work 8 hours a day, and you basically work in one area, or you work for one company for over 5, 6, 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Why not just, if you can have that dedication to, you know, work for someone else, you should also have that same level of dedication, you know, to improve yourself as well. Not only just on trading, but anything at all that improves you, whether it's something mentally, academically, emotionally, anything that improves you. So if you have the commitment and the willpower to do something for someone else for such a very long time, then you should also have that same level and drive to do something for yourself, to improve yourself as well. All right, good. So yeah, as I said, these areas, it's very strong in a sense where it has been catapulting each time it comes there. If we had gotten a close below it, then we could possibly see that sell off, but we didn't get that close below this area. This last candle only came in to the zone, tested about the longest wick in this area, but what did it do? It just went right back up. And that's one of the key things we should always remember whenever you're trading. If you even if you don't have a 215 zone, but once you go on the charts and you look, if you look, let's say you're on the 15-minute time frame, because the 15-minute time frame is the most commonly used one, right? Is the most commonly used one. If you go on the 15-minute time frame, and it shows the structure a little bit more detail as well. If you go on the 15-minute time frame, if you can identify the support and resistance, right? Let's say we were not trading 215, right? Let's say we were just trading support and resistance. All you're doing is that you're just waiting for price to get to a resistance, which would be right here, to enter a sell. If it breaks above it, then that's fine. But then if it comes back and it comes back to a support, then you'd, you know, enter a buy, because that's the main thing that the market is doing. It reaches a support, it buys off. If it reaches resistance, these areas, it sells off. So you can just trade the pattern of the market, really. You know, you don't really need any fancy tools or anything. It's just knowing that whenever the market gets to a support or resistance, there's some rejection that's happening there. But then you have to fine tune what is your confirmation for that that rejection, because it's not all the time it is going to reject. And that's why for entry model 2 of the technique is a rejection from either of a support or a resistance, but the confirmation would be like 2 candles, let's say these 2 candles going in the opposite direction, you know, to confirm that sell. It's not always accurate, but at least it's a confirmation nonetheless. So it's all about just understanding how the market reacts when it gets to certain areas. And I think that's what the 215 really, it just simplifies your outlook on the market, really. Now look at this perfect example. The buy line is actually a resistance right here on the 5-minute time frame. You can see it right here, right? The price came up trying to test it, but it sold off again. So it's just a perfect example of what I was just saying. So there's always going to be a selling pressure at a resistance, and there's always going to be buying pressure at a support. So if you can always remember that, if even if you don't use any technique, just remember selling at a resistance, buying at a support, right? So that's why sometimes it's best for it to break. That's why we do retest as well, for it to break and retest, you know, because it can reject from these 15-minute rejection areas, these 15-minute support. So we wanted to break it, pull back to get the momentum, because the more the price tests a support or a resistance, the weaker it gets. So we wanted to test it at least once with a pullback, and then hoping that that test that it tested it the first time, it was good enough to break down, you know, the pressure on that support or resistance for us to continue the trend. So we have most of, since the market has opened, most of the action has been occurring above, in the upper half of the 215 zone. So maybe looking for a buy tonight, guys. I think I want to use, instead of using the 50-minute reject, I think I want to use this zone right here, this 5-minute rejection zone right here, because there are two of them and it's just on the bottom of, yeah, I want to use that one. I'm going to use that one instead. Yeah, well, hey, Lando, didn't realize it came in. Yeah, Lannis, it's really real talk, and I think a lot of persons, they don't do that. A lot of persons, they, you know, they spend most of their time and most of their life, you know, building others, but not really investing in themselves and building themselves, you know. And then when you reach at a certain age, at that point in time, you may regret it, and you telling your grandkids, then if only you had known, you would have done this or you would have done that differently. And I think it's never too late, you know, it's never too late to start working on yourself. Alright, so it looks like it's going to be a very chill night, hopefully. Hopefully we get some action. How many likes do we have on the live so far, guys? 10. Ah, that's nice. That's really nice. Yeah, I really do appreciate all the support, my friends. Thank you. Did anyone take any trades today? You got a small sell and go. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I don't think we will ever be able to send voice notes in this chat. You know, the funny thing about it, this morning, think it was in the I don't remember what session it was. Well, there was a massive when the uptrend started this morning. I had done the markups with the 215, but I think I didn't wake up in time to see it. But it confirmed the buy. It would have been a classic buy. There was no reason not to take the buy because it was confirmed on with the technique. And I didn't enter. I basically missed the entry, and I was looking at it. And I was looking at it. I think it went so high, and I missed out on it. But those things happens. Made $7 with a zero. Well, wow, that's very good. That's very good, Lando. Because if you use a 0.01 lot size and you made $7, that basically mean that you scored maybe over 50 pips. How many pips was out? What price did you enter and what price did he come out? Because that if that's 01 lot size, then that's a very nice amount of pips, especially on gold as well. Did you take any trades today, Lanis? Now let's look in Bitcoin. There's a 50-minute it's a 50-minute zone or 50-minute rejection 50-minute resistance right here. And as I was saying to you guys before as well, support resistance, once it's a resistance, then it's going to, there's selling pressure. So we can use this as an example as well to see what's going to happen on this when Bitcoin reaches in this area, in this 95,000 area. Possibly it may very well sell off again because it's actually at a very strong resistance price. So we're gonna keep track of this as well throughout the night and see what happens on it. Alright, good. So we have a very nice rejection from our buy line again. Price is still back at RPOI. I entered 2636 last night, still waiting on a sell in the 2636. So basically where the price is right now, you enter the sell. Oh, it was last night. I guess around this time. No, yesterday I didn't do any trades. I basically crashed out. I was so tired. Yesterday was a very hectic time, so I didn't get the trade. Yeah, the market definitely wants to try to do a sell-off. If it can break, this zone, then yeah, it's been consolidating quite a bit. I'm gonna put an alert on Bitcoin. I'm gonna put the alert here and here. Let's see if it rejects with 2 candles. Let's see what it does. Yeah, Lando, we haven't gotten a banger in a while. Haven't gotten a banger in a while. But that's just how it is. We've been getting country entry model 2 quite a bit though. So I think the last two trades we took were entry model 2, and usually entry model 2 they're more riskier, and there's quite a lot of rejection in it, which we have been getting out. Yeah, yeah, it definitely is holding out on us, but I'm assure you that days will come where we'll be getting fat from all these pips we're going to be eating from the market. All right, so it's coming back. It's coming back to that zone. Let's see if it can break it. Our Bitcoin alert has been triggered as well. Okay, going back to the 15-minute time frame again. Now look at that. So you see, as I said, if you didn't know how to trade, that's a simple thing that you can always look at. Support, resistance. There's always buying pressure on the support, and there's always selling pressure at the resistance. We set the zone for Bitcoin. It came into it's a 15-minute rejection area. What did it do? It just rejected. And if we were using entry model 2 on this, it would confirm based off this small red candle right here and this as well, because it would still be a rejection candle, just the same, for us to do a sell if we were trading Bitcoin. So as I said, it's not hard really. It's just for you just to understand the market structure, what happens at support and resistance, because no matter how difficult or fancy the technique is, it's still just going to boil down to support and resistance and action on the support and resistance area. Price came in, tapped the 50-minute rejection area, rejected, two candle closures, opposite direction. Well, this is a different color, but it's still rejection, because if it was just 5 minutes and 1 second more, it would turn red. Then bam, you will be eating pips. But no worries. So far we haven't lost a trade trading Bitcoin. So when we release the technique for trading Bitcoin to the community, you guys should be having the banger. So gold is coming through this zone nicely. 2 minutes. So if we close below that zone, then we can definitely saddle ourselves up for a sell. If we close below, well, not this zone, but if it continues to ride downwards, then yeah. Yeah, that zone is very strong, man. You can see the rejection again from that zone. Alright, so let's see where this candle close. If this candle close below this zone, is a very good sign. If it doesn't, may means it needs to go back up again for some more recruitment to come and tackle the area. "30 seconds until it closes." Yeah, it's trying very hard. Yeah, it's definitely trying very hard to see if we can close below. Just gonna check Forex Factory to see if what's going to happen later on today. Alright, so the 29th, which is Friday, it's a calm day. Or is Black Friday still a holiday where people don't go to work as well, I believe. Alright, good. So price is wanting to break that area that it has been battling so hard to break before in the past. But it still has not closed below, so we can see that it has tested it, but it hasn't closed below. Okay, it's going now. Alright, let's see if we're gonna get a banger tonight. Alright, look at that push. It's coming down to the sell line now. Ooh, it's pulling back. We can get a close below that zone. It would be a very nice indication to see then we can get that sell. So if it closes below that sell line, I'm going to take that sell. So I'm just waiting for that to happen now. It's kind of close in 10 seconds. Okay, it closed below the zone that I was making mention to, reference to. So let's just see what it does now. It's going for that 30 minute support. Wow, what a rejection. Right back into the zone. Wow. We still have 3 minutes to go. Alright, so the take profit one would basically be the 30-minute time frame. No, sorry, the 30-minute support. That was crazy though. That was crazy, but that's a good sign. That's a very good sign though. You know why? Because it tested our areas now, so it's basically just opened the pathway now. So if now these candles can come back out of the zone and close, then I'm ready for that sell. So if we go for the sell, we're going for it long. When I say we're going for it long, we're aiming for all of these zones. So hopefully it closes below that sell line with a close enough distance where we can put the stop loss at the top of the 215 zone. But we're aiming for the 1 hour and the 30-minute support. So let's just wait for it to come back, if it comes back. But this is crazy volume as well though. But yeah, that was, it was very nice. I like that movement just now. So now if it's back in the zone now, and if it dances in the zone a bit, and it comes out to close, it's just open roads. So let's see what the next 5-minute candle does, because we only enter off candle closures. Not surprised they pull back though, because what we know about support is that there's always buying pressure at the support. It came into smelling distance of this 30-minute support, and it pulled back. It got scared. The buyers started to buy from there. That's fine though, because the sellers, more than likely, they're actually at our point of interest. So if the price goes back to that point of interest and then reject, and then takes its time to trickle outwards, then we can target the 1 hour, because basically price has already tested our 30-minute support. So we're just banking on it now to say, alright, it's just gonna go below that. Oh, that's a massive rejection and it's still going up. And it didn't even reject from that 30-minute resistance in the way where we could say we could take an entry model 2 from the 30-minute support to possibly target the one all the way at the top. No, it didn't do that. It just did that rejection in one swift action. Now look at that. Look at that. All right. Price has been coming to our byline for some time now, and each time it comes in the byline area, it has been rejecting um, as well. But I've seen a lot of times where it confirms a sell only to just run past the byline to switch the trend to an uptrend. And these candles doesn't show as if it has small volume. There's a lot of volume in these candles. Unless we can see a great rejection on one of these candles, you know, we can say that, well, like that, the sellers are coming back into play, because right in this little area right there, it just has been a lot of selling pressure right there, because each time the price goes into this area, it gets rejected from the buy line. So let's see if this candle can break it, or if it's going to continue. And yeah, as I said, this is how I usually like for it to do, because if the price, since when we started doing the markings, the price has been staying in the upper quadrant. How can it be a quadrant? And in the upper half of the POI, right? So there wasn't really much price action and structure being created in the lower section. So the diagram which I had drawn before, I wanted it to do some dancing like this. So what it did just now is perfect, because it came down and created a support and it rejected. So if it comes back down to close below that sell line, then I'm happy to take that sell, because that sell has now been confirmed. But price came down, hit that trampoline on that 30-minute support, then this catapult to the ceiling. So let's see if it's going to just be changing structure now. It hasn't confirmed a buy as yet, because in order for it to confirm the buy, we have to see where the price breaks above the buy line and tests the 15, or well, it would be a 5-minute rejection area, to come back into the zone, and then to come out the zone with a candle closure again. Then at that point in time, we would be able to take a buy. So this candle closes in 20 seconds, and it seems to be rejecting just below our buy area, which, you know, I've highlighted in that little box right there. That was just such a lovely drop, because it came from here and dropped by 20 pips. That was a very strong rejection. So let's see if it's only just coming back to these areas to collect some more of the sell orders which are still pending here, for it to then continue to go downwards. Because this area does seem like a very strong area. This entire block of 40 pips, which would be the 215 zone. Alright, cool. So you can see now the candle has broken past. That little area here. I can remove it now, and it has rejected as well. Let's see if this candle is gonna flip red. Sorry. Damn. Gold is on steroids today, my friends. Alright. So you see, you switch from confirming a sell to now confirming a buy. So it's just tested our rejection line. Oh, don't do us this today again. Don't do this to us again. Alright, so it's back at our 30-minute support. Hasn't tested our 30-minute support in a while since it has came into our 215 zone. Is back. There is also at the 1 hour or 4 hours all the way there. There has to be another. There's none. On the 1 hour, what's the next 1 hour support? There's none as well. Okay, and what about the 30-minute? It's all the way here. Ooh, that's still some distance away. I'm looking for an entry model 2 from one of these support, but it doesn't seem like we have entry model 2 in any of these support. That's the next 5-minute one. That's the only one that makes sense. Alright, I'm just gonna put that here just in case, because based on how the volume is moving, it made a skyrocket pass. Yeah, this is what gold has been doing us since the week. It's just been, well, even last week as well. It just has not been conforming to what we've wanted to do, where it just go out, test, and come back in and close out. We just have not been getting that from gold for the past, well, last week into this week. So I would say about 5 days, because we haven't been trading all the days, about 5 to 6 days. Although the trading week has just been blasting past our buy and sell lines and just going to the supports and resistance, and not just giving us that retest to confirm any of our entries. If we're doing the stop and go entry, then fine, but we're doing retests. So alright guys, I hope you guys have all liked the live as well, and also share it as well if you haven't already done so. We're still just waiting for setup using the 215 technique. It's coming back to our 5-minute rejection line. That's highlighted by the broken lines for those who don't know. So if it comes back into the zone, or if it rejects from the 30-minute support, let's see if we can get an entry model 2 for ourselves from either of these support, these resistance. Sorry. Did something happen just now? News wise? Anybody know? Yeah, at that 1 hour support. Nope. Yeah, crazy. Very crazy. This is behaving as if it's like a London Open or a New York Open with the flood of volume. Alright, so it tested the 1 hour support. Still have 4 minutes left. I'll be comfortable if it goes higher to possibly that yellow broken line above that 1 hour support with a rejection for our entry model 2. Yeah, that was just some crazy volume just now because it was about we were waiting and anticipating the sell, to be confirmed. Now it's confirmed the buy. Well, it hasn't confirmed the buy really because it hasn't given us a retest of the zone. But if it, I'm trying to see if we can get an entry model 2, entry model 2 sell. But I will be more comfortable if it goes to this yellow line here. Test that yellow line with a rejection for that sell. It is in a zone where it has always been selling off whenever it's here, but based on how the volume looks on these candles, it doesn't seem as if it's lost all the steam as yet. So the higher up it goes, the more room I have for the sell to come to drive it back downwards. Alright, so it's rejected now. But we still have 2 minutes left, so not confident for that one. Even if, how big is that stop loss going to be? Just the wick of this is 20, it's 15 pips, and we still have to wait for 2 more candles to close, so that's going to be a very 15 pips. 20 pips is not a bad stop loss for us. Entry model 2, but we're so close to the zone. So let's see what the next 10 minutes, the next 10-minute candles print, and let's see. I took the sell when it broke below the sell line. Alright, well that's nice. Oh, okay, so you didn't wait for a candle closure, you just went for it. I hope you you secured some profits from that though, Lando, and you didn't let the market take it all back. Yeah, you can, some traders do trade like that, once it reaches zone and it's passing through the zone, you can go for it, but I don't know. I prefer when it closes. It's just, yeah. But that's nice. If you entered from 2635, how many pips is that? Is that about 30 pip, or about, was that a 20 pip move? Yeah, so well, about 15 pip. A 15 pip move. So hopefully you took some profit from that, or at least break even, but profit, nope. Did it move too fast for you? No, the market doesn't hate you, man. It's just, you just have to follow the right your trading plan and your technique. I'm not sure what trade that entry that you took there when you broke the line was not 215. So if that's your trading plan, then if you follow your trading plan, if it smacked you, then that's all right. You follow your trading plan. But if you were following 215, you wouldn't have entered on the break of that sell line because we're definitely waiting for a candle closure. So yeah, so the volume still seems to be pushing. So if we can push to that yellow line, push to that yellow line and confirm two rejections, or do you want to go all the way to the 4 hour support? Is that what you're trying to do? But this is so crazy. No one was anticipating this. It's been fighting to break this sell zone, and as soon as it finally broke it, I'm saying, okay, yes, it's broke it. It's closed below the area, so now it's time for it, to test these 30-minute support. It did that, because yeah, you would expect a sell. You would expect a rejection on the 30-minute support, but not such a massive rejection. That's over what, almost 100 pip move on the 30-minute time frame. Wow. Wow, look at that candle. Look at that candle. Look at that candle with 8 minutes to go on that 30-minute candle. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. The market makers, they're on the channel, they're watching the channel, and they know that we're waiting for a sell on the 215 technique, and we're like, okay, let's play with them. Wow, look at that. A lot of persons are gonna FOMO right now. No, you continue to go up. Continue, yeah. Continue to go up. Yeah, I'll take the next two candles. Give us some distance between the 1 hour resistance and the 30-minute support for rejection for model 2. Okay, it has to take a break. At some point in time, it has to take a break. Yeah, they're definitely watching, Nanis. Definitely watching. Because my fingers are ready. Ready for the sell. On the 15 minutes, it closed below that support. Yeah, closed below it. Then, bam, like a catapult. Did anyone enter a buy? Did you see that buy coming 07? Have this ever happened to you guys where you're looking at the charts and you're doing the analysis, and your confirmation came, but you never took the trade, but that trade that you didn't take, when you look at the market action, you see that the price, if you had entered that trade, it would have been like one of the biggest trade you've ever taken based on how the market moved, but you missed out on it because you weren't confident enough to click that buy or sell button. Yeah, it would have been an excellent trade if we had a buy. Alright, good. So now it's tested that yellow line, at yellow 5-minute rejection. That's the first red candle we've seen in 5 consecutive candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive candles. I've seen this though before, and what I have done is just catch the trade on the way. Yeah. So that's basically what we're waiting for now. Because now what I want to do is that I want an entry model 2 now. See what I'm saying? So if we can get 2 consecutive candle closures, then we can take it. Yeah, that's one of the weird. I don't that feeling. It feels worse than if I took a trade and I lost the trade. You know, knowing that my analyst was right, and you know you chickened out and did not click that button to enter the trade, and then it was like a massive run. You're like, oh come on, look at that, look at that. All right, so guys, we have 7 minutes left for confirmation for an entry model 2. In the 15-minute time zone. Yeah, the 15-minute time zone, because most persons they only trade on the 5 and the 15 minute. I believe that the 15 minute is a very powerful time frame. To be honest. All right, how big is that stop loss? 20 pip stop loss. That's not bad. And we will be targeting all the end of the zone. If it confirms entry model 2. Now entry model 2, sometimes there are some very heavy runners, sometimes they're not. So if we're doing entry model 2, we know the rule. Entry model 2, you risk less, your stop loss is going to be less than if you were taking entry model 1, and you properly manage the trade once it starts going in profit, because it can reject at any given time. Especially when we're trading in between supports and resistance. Alright, so that's not where we want it. That's not where it's gonna give it to us, sorry. So let's wait again. Seems like it's going to that 4 hour. Yeah, it is. Damn. Damn son, where did you find that? It's not even at all-time high. Alright, let's see what it does in the next 10 minutes, because we need 2 candles to confirm a sell. Wow, it's crazy, man. I haven't seen Salim in a while. It's a good pullback on Bitcoin. We would have already take profit already, so alright guys. So you can still get an entry model 2 here as long as it confirms the 2 consecutive red candles. So it's already broken the support areas and all of that. So if we can get 2 candle closures in the opposite direction, then yeah, if it still continues, then it's gonna go to that 4-hour support, and we'll have to wait for it at the 4-hour support. Alright, that's no longer needed. It's no longer needed. It's no longer needed. This is no longer needed as well. And we don't need, no, we can use this as one of the partials take profit taken. Well, it depends on where it confirms it. So if this candle closes in minute 50, does it want to do it here? Okay, we're getting the rejection now, but we don't want to see such a big rejection on the first candle. We'd like to see that on the third candle when we're already in. So we're trying to do an entry model too. However, we need to see 2 consecutive candles going in the opposite direction. However, even though it's 2 consecutive red candles, the size of the candles matters because we're not gonna do it with massive red candles that has already covered most of the area which you want to trade through. So, and then the stop loss will just have to be at the top of it. So that's going to be a massive stop loss if this candle goes right there for an entry model 2. So we're just opening ourselves to be smart. How big is that? $20 pips. Can maybe risk $200 on that. That was a break. There's also a technique which I've seen where if you have a push and then one pullback, this candle, if it breaks above the one in the middle, then it would confirm for you to go for a buy, because it would be confirming that the trend is continuing. I think it's sort of like a pattern, you know, candlestick pattern. I don't remember what it's called though. So you have a big push, then you have a break, then you would enter the buy from right there with the stop loss just being below it. So it's basically the reverse of our entry model too. I guess we can maybe formulate that into the technique and maybe call that entry model 3. But I would have to do some crazy level of backtesting to see, you know, how to properly do that, especially with the technique. You know what I'm saying? But let's see. Well, waiting for entry model 2, just the same, and entry model 2 would be sell. The sell is not a bad idea as well, because when the price broke up these areas, our sell areas, and it came to that 4-hour support, it rejected and came back down to these areas. So it's basically doing the same thing now to come back to that 4-hour support. So it can come back to the 4-hour support and then continue to push higher, right? But it can also do the same thing that it did in this section to come lower as well, and that's why we're waiting for entry model 2 for ourselves. Now, yeah, it's still pushing for the 4-hour support, so let's see what it does. Go back in for the zoom. All right. Yeah, it's going for that 4-hour support. Such crazy volume in the wrong direction. Imagine if we had gotten the same move, but when we had took the sell. I'll just go to my bed, just put my MT5 on trail stop, because this would be awesome. That's over 100 pips, man. That would be so awesome. A very nice way to end the week on a full margin Friday. So come on, go across that line. So once you cross that 4-hour support, that 4-hour resistance, once you cross that 4-hour resistance, then, well, even if it doesn't, but I'm just waiting for, I just need to see 2 red candles, just 2 red candles. an okay size, not too big or not too long to go for it, to go for that entry model 2 setup, and hopefully target the 215 zone. Possibly may very well just go back into these 1 hour and 30-minute area, but he also created support right here as well, so that's like an area to be mindful of. Did it just below, yeah, but does it, is that new support that it created? Yeah, is in line with another one, so yeah, that could be TP1 depending on where we get the rejection. That could be TP1. If we smash past that, then we know that it's just going to continue, or we may very well get the rejection from it. But I'm just waiting to see what it does here for entry model 2. If it doesn't confirm an entry model 2, then we basically would have to start over the 215 again, because now this zone has been null and voided because it has already went to all of the target areas. So we'd have to start over a new structure again. Or you can let it stay until later on to see if it comes back into these zones to reactivate it. Okay. Yeah, we're going to see what it does on if we can get that downtrend to get that 100 pips. Very nice. 1.5 lot size. That's awesome. Alright, so it's on top of our 4-hour support. Resistance, come on, man. On top of our 4-hour resistance. So let's see what happens now. Let's see what we get. I wanted it a little bit higher, but if it gives it to us here, then yeah, we'll take it. So this kind of closes in a minute. Oops. I don't know. Throughout my time of trading, the market has never done anything crazy for me to, let's say, I enter a position and it just gives me one long candle to my take profit. I've never done that. But let's see if tonight's the night. Just 100 pip drop from the top. And yeah, guys, as you know, I'm always 100% appreciative of everyone who's actually here on the live and supporting the channel and just being here with me as well, you know, waiting for setups. Thanks for everyone who has liked and follow the page as well. We have 12 likes in the video. I really do appreciate that. Alright, so that's our first rejection, and this candle closes in a minute. I am counting that candle as a rejection. So that candle that closed just now, this one right here. Yeah, I want to go as well, OZ07. But I'm counting this candle as a rejection. I'm definitely counting it as a rejection because that was red before the candle closed. So I'm counting this one as a rejection. So if this candle closes red, then I'm going for it. So let me get myself ready chart. Put in my, don't be greedy now and just engulf all of the open space. Take your time and close and give us enough space to run as well. Don't be like that. I'm not going more than 20 on a 20 pip stop loss, so don't close more than that. Still have 3 minutes left. Oh, we actually have 4 minutes left on that candle. You're doing a good job, man, instilling the knowledge. Yeah, Ben, I'm trying to. I don't know, but the 0.5, I'm using a 0.5 lot size tonight or this morning. Do you guys actually learn stuff from like when I teach? Because sometimes I think I'm just talking a lot of bullshit sometimes, you know? I can actually say bullshit on YouTube. Come on, don't be like that. You know we're waiting on you. You know we're waiting on you. Don't do that. Give us an okay close. Give us an okay close. No, I'm not entering now. It hasn't confirmed. The candle hasn't closed. So if this candle closes and it's red, then I'm going for the sell. But remember, there's a delay on YouTube, so you have to be watching your own broker as well to see where this candle closes on your end. But remember, it's an entry model too, so we're not, well, you shouldn't use your maximum lot size. We're going to be using a reduce stop loss as well. The stop loss is going to be really tight. It's not going to be a massive stop loss. As you can see, it's only just a few pips. So if this candle closes and it closes red, then I'm going for the sell. Yeah, I've learned a bit from you. Thank you. Alright, 07, that's very nice. It's very nice to hear. A lot of gems. Thank you, Lenny's. So if this candle closes and it closes red, then I'm going for it. Just putting my stop loss just a little bit above, so not going more than 20 pips. I've taught you a lot. Brilliant. So I'm not doing so bad then. That's very good to know. I had good trades today, courtesy of 215. Congrats, Ben. I'm happy that you guys are making a bag, man. And that's exactly what I want. I want you guys to do the technique, you know, see for yourself. Know that the technique is good. Tell others about the technique. Where did you learn that technique? From this channel. The only person that has that, I'm the only person that does the 215 technique right now, you know, until it gets popular and then everyone's gonna be doing it. But you know where the roots are. 30 seconds till it closes. If it closes red, I'm off. If it closes red, I'm off. So it's gonna close in 20 seconds. If it goes red, I am off. 15 seconds. I don't sell signals, man. If you need to see what I'm doing, you just come on the live. Alright, it's alright, I'm off. I'm off. I'm in that cell. My stop loss is just above that 4 hour. Okay, yeah, got you right there. Alright, so I'm in that cell now, guys. No, I'm off, as in I'm off on the trade. I've entered the trade. So the stop loss is very tight. This one is not massive. Take profit is very courteous. The lot size is not massive as well. It's an entry model 2, so it's riskier than entry model 1. So my SL is just above the 4-hour. It's just above the 4-hour support. I'm only using. Let me just look back at MT5. That's where my stop loss is. Okay, good. We're almost at 10 pip. So seeing if we can get a very nice push on this one. 2643. That's my first take profit zone. That's the area I'm going to use as my first take profit zone if it gets there. And then I'll take everything off the board in regards to going risk free from there. How many persons are in this entry right now? Alright, 07. Yeah, this is the one for the bed, you know. FinDV. Alright, good. So we're all in. So it's an entry model 2, guys. So remember, we're not using a massive stop loss. We're not using a massive lot size on this one as well. I'm in, but my MT5 acting weird. Lando, I'm not sure. You've been having issues all night, man. What's going on? So as soon as if it comes to this area, then I'm going BE and taking what I should be taking off the board. Alright, good. That's a very good move, guys. Remember, manage to trade properly because we're going against a trend. What's wrong, Lando? What's going on with your MT5, man? Why are you using it on your laptop or are you using it on your mobile? If it's giving issues on your laptop, just switch to your mobile. I hope you entered and you have your stop loss and all that set. So it's not like it's giving trouble and you know you're in the trade without any protection. Yeah, that's always a good thing to check as well. So soon as this, come on, push. Just as soon as it gets to that those broken lines, I'm going risk free. Because it started now, Lando. Yes, but it's caused me to enter late, but ain't complaining. Just opening close until I can get back. So perfect. Yeah, he's just gonna fight. He's gonna fight a little. When I watch the 1 minute chart, my head starts. You can't do that, man. The 1 minute chart is like taking cocaine. No, it's crazy, man. What is? I don't even have it on my favorites to show you how much. I don't look at that. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't like the 1 minute chart. And yeah, persons who actually trade on the 1 minute chart, but no. Come on, gold. We've been waiting patiently on you all night. and then a very strong rejection. How many persons are still in? Or did y'all take profit and close when it was in this section right here? Nice. Profit. Ooh, damn. All right, guys, that one smacked us. That one smacked us. Yeah, that one smacked us. But shouldn't be much of a loss for us because we know it was entry model 2, so we would have properly managed the risk on that one. Use a smaller stop loss and also smaller lot size as well. So let me just break it down as to why we took that trade. So this is the 4-hour support. Price came in to our 4-hour support. It tested it, but it rejected. This candle, I counted it as a rejection because it was red just before it actually flipped to green, and then we entered because the second one confirmed another sell off. So we entered, we followed the technique properly, we managed the trade properly as well, so that's perfectly fine. We just didn't get the the desired outcome, and I'm pretty sure now that if we were to stay and watch it again, it is going to confirm that sell again, and then it's going to sell off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this on because I'm just going to go to bed afterwards and see if it actually plays out. Yeah, Lenny, sorry about that one. Market just never played with us today. So he confirmed it there, confirmed the sell there, but it seems he still want to continue to do that uptrend. But yeah, I think it may very well just confirm that entry model 2, but just at a higher area. All right. But it's after 2 now, 2 a.m. in the morning, and yeah, it's after 2 in the morning now. So I'm just gonna go and get some rest. Now remember, guys,
We will be trading London session next week. All week next week we'll be trading London session. So the time zone may be a little bit different for you guys, so you just might want to make arrangements, whether it's to go to your bed early or something. But yeah, so I won't be doing any more trades for today. But if I do, I'll let you guys know. But for now, guys, happy trading, and you guys do enjoy the rest of your day. And as I always say, thank you guys all for all the love and support, and just for showing up and for supporting the channel. If you haven't yet done so as yet, please just drop a like in the video and also follow the channel. We will really appreciate it. All right, stay safe, guys, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye bye.